Airman Clark, there was no better driver. He was better than I was as a driver. Every November, we call each other, Happy Death Day, you know. Should have bought the farm and we didn't. It's a good chance for us to catch up, and I'd love to be stationed with him again. He's an excellent airman, and I would take him into combat again in a second. I'm Christopher Allen Wiedmer. I'm a staff sergeant. I work for the 773 LRS. I'm a vehicle operator. I have deployed twice to Iraq, both times. And I was tasked as a jet airman doing convoy for the Army.
If it wasn't for the joint team, we would not have made it this far. So you better tell your kids, you better tell your grandkids what you did here, because we made history. Thank you. Thank your families. Thank the folks back home. And thank the folks that we lost during this mission. Thank you all, and Godspeed.
First time I was with the 70th Medium Truck Detachment. Second time I was with the 424th Medium Truck Detachment. Two detachments, both assigned to the same battalion, same company that I was with the first time. The Air Force had a permanent party. Basically 400 to 500 vehicle operators were always deployed doing this mission ever since 2003. Anytime you go outside the wire, you're going to have something occur. Throughout the deployment, we had complex attacks, which is an IED in conjunction with a ground assault from insurgents. We had small arms fire, sniper, mortar attacks, rocket attacks, landmines, and I saw 5 times the amount of combat, and I did half the number of missions on my second tour.
Sergeant Wiedmer, he played the part of big brother to me. There was never a moment that I didn't feel safe or maybe unsure when he was around. I look to him for answers, and he looks to me to get the job done. November 14th is the day we got hit.
We were pulling our last load out of a fob called Warrior, which is north of Tikrit.
And we had never been that far north.
We knew that there were some dangers ahead of us, being that far north, being without support.
Going up there, Sergeant Wiedmer was, he let me know that it was a bad place.
So we're coming southbound, and I had just cleared a traffic circle right north of a bridge, and we ran over an IED.
So you almost accept that reality before you go out every time. And then it happened.
I remember the blast as the first wave came in the cab. I remember the door hinges bending out. I remember the fire coming into the cab.
Big fireball consumed the truck.
I remember the noise the bulletproof glass made when it went.
It's orange everywhere.
The sound the armor made as the fire was cooking it.
He radioed in to our convoy commander that we'd been hit, and by that time everybody already knew, because apparently it lit up the sky.
And I think that's what people mean when they say their life flashed before their eyes, because that's what happened to me anyway. It's just, I was able to appreciate every single minute detail of what was occurring as it was occurring during the blast.
Sometimes I ask myself, could I have done something? Could I have seen something? Maybe there's something I missed.
I'd never felt anything like it. As soon as I was able to fully turn my head, which was a couple of milliseconds later, I yelled at my driver, Airman Clark, to get us out of there, get us out of there.
Get out of the kill zone. And that's what you want to do.
We got ourselves out of the kill zone, which is always the first reaction you always have. You never want to linger in a kill zone. Everything's bad if you stop in that situation.
We were checked over by Army medical personnel there. I was fine. We did find that Sergeant Wiedmer had been injured because his ear was bleeding. Years later, I found out that the damage was more internal and more serious than I originally thought. His brain swelled, and I think he lost vision in his right eye. And I think about that sometimes too. I've definitely learned a lot from that moment and the entire deployment. It's helped me certainly to accept my own mortality and come to appreciate everything that we take for granted every day.
Daniel Clark is now an amazing NCO. He was an amazing airman, but now he's an amazing NCO. No doubt about it, he saved my life that day. I would gladly go in combat with him again. I trust him with my life.
I'm ready to go back out.